good, Timberwolves fans? Let's go! We are back, Season 2, Episode 1. I'm lit. Are you lit? NBA season 2021-2022. Let's get it. Yo, welcome back. If you're here, thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, it has been a long time. There's been a lot of change. I've been busy, been handling a lot of things, but finally we are here. Got a new studio, made some moves. I mentioned in the last video that I moved to New York. So yeah, that's been a whole thing. You can ask me questions if you want in the comments down below or on my Insta handle. Just find Hatim Kadri, Hatim_Kadri. Yeah, but we're here to talk about the Wolves and everything with that. But before we get started with that, I got to congratulate the Milwaukee Bucks, man. Like, they really went at it. And we saw Giannis make free throws and really will them. Phenomenal playoffs last year. And as we start into this next season, you gotta give that last playoff props, man. It was lit. It was good. But to talk Wolves, we got to start off with talking about ownership. So, Glenn Taylor out. Alex Rodriguez, Mark Lore in. That is something that we can be super excited about. With Glenn Taylor, like we dealt with the worst. So many busts, terrible management, terrible people put in front offices, clearly. And now we finally don't have to deal with that anymore. I mean, we have been through the ringer. We only made it to the playoffs in 2004 and 2018. And since that, what? What? I mean, come on, let's be serious. It's not like we haven't had poor squads, but like we've just never been able to put it together. And that starts from the foundation built up. And our foundation after KG has been wobbly ever since. And Glenn, thanks for keeping the team in Minnesota, but I'm so happy to finally be moving on, because with new ownership, now as Wolves fans, we have no excuses of complaining about this ownership thing anymore. And that's like one thing checked off the list of many more to come. And I'm excited to see what they do, what changes they bring, what do they bring as far as a philosophy standpoint, what's our like core, what's our team motto, our mantra, and that starts with ownership. And I'm excited for that. And yeah, I mean, we'll just wait and see and find out. And I mean, be frustrated one day and excited the next. And we got to wait for what they want to do in the draft room, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll see with who they place in specific positions in the organization. And it's something to be excited about. And I feel like with a lot of Wolves talk, we get more upset with this concept of us moving, which I don't ever think would happen. But it gets forgotten that we can be excited to finally have moved on from like horror movies and hopefully enter like a new genre of like action or something. I'm not too sure. But that's, the first thing with ownership. Thank you, Glenn, but thank God, Glenn, you're gone and we're moving on. Speaking of ownership, with the Rosas thing, I just have a couple takeaways and I don't want to take too long on it. But thing number one is when this news came out about him being a bad person to his employees, and to go back on the bad person to whatever his personal situation is and the other person's personal situation is, being a bad person in that too. And last but not least, like to like our organization being in turmoil, it doesn't help. And I just get this feeling of like, here we go again, as I mentioned earlier, like with David Kahn, draft picks, the scandal that happened with Joe Smith the way back. Like, how does this always happen to us? And, to some degree, I'm glad that he's gone for the reasons he is. But because, one, we get ownership to pick someone else, and I'm glad Sachin's the guy, and I wish him the best of luck from all I'm reading about him being this silent assassin that he's supposed to be, and smartest guy in the room, and I'm just elated to see Sachin have a chance. And I'm glad that Rosas is gone because he came from, again, that foundation that was wobbly, and I just excited to see what the future holds. And again, be upset, but be excited because we get a new chance. And as Wolves fans, I don't really think I've ever felt like we get brand new, fresh chances. It just kind of feels like we're building on blocks of Jenga that have been wobbly for who knows how long. It's a game of Jenga that's been going on too long. We just crashed it, now we're starting a new one. So that's my talk on ownership and that entire ordeal. The other thing is that we get to be happy about is our team is really exciting. And I know I alluded to this last year, but to get Ant, D'Lo, Cat on the same team, if healthy, which is something we haven't been able to see very much of, is something to be really excited about. One, Anthony Edwards, the beast, the animal, the man, the social media personality, everything about him is just so awesome. I mean, he cracks you up, doesn't he? But Ant, the way he drives into the paint, downhill, spin move, flashy dunks, dunk of the year last year. We have everything to be excited about him. And I had this realization that every rookie player that's showing skills, their sophomore year, that breakout year, always tends to show you, like, did he turn the switch on? Like if he ups his game, he's about to show us that he's going to be something special, right? Like, something more special. I know that with Wiggins, the rookie year and sophomore year were just like, phew. But with, like, players like Donovan Mitchell, players like Derrick Rose, I mean, like, you see it all the time. And I'm really hoping here, and I not even hope, I have faith that Ant's going to be the promised land. I mean, there hasn't been a KG after KG, and maybe that can be Anthony. Anyway, so yeah, Ant Edwards, we should be excited. He's lit. Cat and D'Lo, I mean, I don't really have much to... I've talked about them before. They're super talented, super awesome. They have their deficiencies. Cat's defense, again, every episode I've said this, is going to be how far this team can truly go, no matter whether they're like a 20-win team, a 30-win team, a 40-win team. Those jumps all matter based on Cat's defense. So, like, if our floor based on our entire system is one way, Cat propels that. And that'll be huge, but I've already talked about that. Don't know, like, what D'Lo's footing is. We haven't really seen the three together, and that's just something to be excited about. Like, we have a fun season ahead of us, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, we trade, like, to talk about our, bench a little bit, we traded Rubio away. Loved having him back, but I'm glad we found a piece to space the floor. Torian Prince, Jaden McDaniels is about to get, like, a lot more minutes. Naz Reid's finally earned his way into the role. And I'm just excited. Like, we actually seem high-powered. And I know that it seems like every year we have something to be excited about. But we have. Like, for the last 4 years, like, when Butler left, we finally got to see Wiggins and see what he could do. Wiggins really couldn't do that much. Then we had D'Lo come in, and then injuries. And then the next season, Cat, and then injuries. So we get a chance to hopefully be healthy for this entire season and see how far we can truly go. And all I want is just for us to be an 8th seed. That's all I want. And if that's too much to ask for, well, I mean, that's kind of what the Wolves have done to us. But, in my opinion, 8th seed, not too much to ask for. That's what I want. Do I think it'll happen? No, but I think we'll be able to fight for these new things in the NBA where we get that one-game playoff. And we should make it to the 10th seed, at least, to be able to fight for that. And that's the expectation this year. Do I know what record we will have? Probably a losing one, but that's my expectation for how far we're supposed to go this year. And I really hope it happens. And, like, there's like so much, to just... I'm just happy to have basketball back. And, yeah, I hope that, this episode, is just trying to get you excited for the season. And if there's things that you want to hear me talk about, again, my Instagram will be in the link. Write in the comments. And it's about to be a great season. I just have this random feeling, this optimistic hope. So yeah, guys, be excited. We got NBA games finally on today. I recorded this, before, but today is when it's out. NBA games, NBA season underway. It's about to be great. Can't wait to hibernate and just watch all these games. But yeah, guys, take care. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. If there's someone you think that would be interested in this, send them a text, link it to them. I could use all the help I could get. I'd love, for other passionate fans to be able to hear about this. And yeah, I look forward to episode number 2, which will be out after a couple games of this season. And, take it easy, guys. Go Wolves. Hot takes.